So, I don't really know how funny my sister can be tonight, but I don't give a shit. We'll go with it. I really don't want to talk about this, but I feel like I just gotta get off my chest. I gotta talk about recent things that happened. So we can all acknowledge the thing in Connecticut was fucking awful, but like, if I can just be honest with you people, like, my initial reaction should have been like everyone else is just like, this is so fucking sad and like terrible, but instead my first reaction was just like, god damn, Facebook has gotten so much more annoying. It should be my first reaction, but like, I feel like we're in that era now of just like the diarrhea media cycle where like, we have to digest things within like the next 3 hours before the thing is even, what the fuck is, homeless Chris Angel. I'm just fucking with you, man. But seriously though, like, we have to digest things that happen within like the next 3 hours of it happening. Like, we can't just, nowadays like Twitter and Facebook just blows up and everyone has a fucking opinion and just like, your opinion just ends up smelling like shit and it just is awful. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. And it's like, nowadays like, there's always something to blame and it's never like a person, it's always some weird, some random thing. It's like now, you notice now with like every horrible personality flaw, there's just like, we have to break it down into some like disease, like, sorry, my son just threw his feces all over all the other kids and tried to bite all of them. He has oppositional defiant disorder. And it's like, no, your kid is an asshole and you're a shitty parent. That's what it is. Like, no. Like, I don't even want to have kids just because by the time I have kids, we're just raising a society of just pussies. We're just pussies now. Like, it's awful. Like, we can't even beat our, look, I'm not saying I want to beat my kids, but like, if they're an asshole, I want to smack the shit out of them a little bit. And it's like, you know the system is fucked now when kids are beating themselves. It's like, oh, I can't go to the Jonas Brothers concert on a school night? We'll see what this flight of stairs has to say about it, Mom. It's awful, man. You know, I feel like violence is just like an instinct and all this, you know what I mean? Like, there's a point where like, back when we were cavemen, like, we had to be violent so we didn't get eaten by that fucking asshole creature that was trying to kill all of us. It's like, but now we're trying to take, football is way too violent. We gotta take away all our fucking, like, healthy violent outlets out. Like, so now fucking people are just being assholes and killing people and shit. I don't know, that's my theory on it. A lot of outraged people trying to ruin everything. Like, let's talk about outraged white ladies. You guys are like the worst superhero ever. I call you the owl. Just, it's like by day, she's a blogger for Jezebel, but by night, she saves all the poor minorities who can't defend themselves against jokes from their friends. Like, I can, look, I'm half Filipino, my last name's Pablo, so no one knows what the fuck I am. I can't tell you how many times I've been defended by the fucking owl, outraged white lady. Just, her only powers are just to squawk whenever she's offended by something to save you. Her powers are just to squawk and to blog, that's it. Just, so, Apocalypse is coming 2 days. I gotta say, I'm at peace with it. If the world's gonna end, I'm alright with it. I'm cool. Like, I want to get my dick sucked a couple more times. Like, I wouldn't mind getting my dick sucked a few more times, but I'm alright. Like, at this point, I feel like, I don't know if you believe in God or whatever, but I feel like if you believe in God, you believe He's in control of this apocalypse, I feel like He's been upstairs having His finger on that big red button for like a couple years now, just like, alright, I gotta end this shit. This was a failure, this whole Earth human beings thing. And if there's any chance of us surviving, that fucking asshole in Connecticut ruined everything. He's like, alright, well I was about to give you guys 2,000 more years, but 26 children? Like, what the fuck? Really? I was about to there's gonna be so many dudes using that line on Friday to try to get pussy. Like, come on now, the world's gonna end. I might be the last one. I know I'm gonna try to use that to have butt sex. You know, come on. You never had it in your butt? That the world might end tomorrow. I'm laughing at the idea of how many I hate you texts from women guys are gonna get the next day on Saturday when they find out shit did not go down. But if it does, we're fucked. We are fucked. Like, I was looking at my apartment today and like looking at all the technology I depend on. I'm like, dude, if I can't use any technology, I'm fucked. Like, when people tell me to go like hiking and shit, like do outdoors, I'm like, fuck that. I'll watch Maury all day. Fuck you. I'm not going outside. Like we hate on all those redneck assholes that live up in the hills, but like we will need them if the world ends. Like those fucking assholes that know how to start a fire with like some foil and a cigarette butt in their shoe. Like we need those people. My only survival tactic is my brother is really good at drawing, so one of the first things that's going to go is internet porn. When we're living in the apocalyptic desert, sand porn. My brother's going to be drawing some of the sexiest sand titties, and I'm monopolizing that shit, and I'm going to trade that for all the canned goods everyone has. That's my plan. Like, oh, you want to look at my drawn titties in this desert over here? What kind of soup you got, man? All right, well, that's all I got tonight. Appreciate you guys. Give it a round of applause for everyone else too.